Hi, so for this one you might want to use a ball. If you haven't got one, don't worry, you can do it all without. So we're going to start on all fours. You're going to have your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees are hip width apart, and knees are right underneath your hips. Now if you feel uncomfortable in this position with your wrist joint, you could take your hands a little bit further away from you to start with. Spreading the fingers out, we're going to do our cat and cow. So taking a breath in, breathe out, tuck your tailbone, actively push away from the floor. Drop your chin to your chest, scoop your belly button up towards your spine. Deep breath in, breathe out, drop back through, stick your bottom up in the air, shoulders away from your ears, look straight ahead. And breathe in to pause, breathe out to move. We're going to do 4 more of these. Really drop your head down so you're pinching your chin almost to your chest and looking through towards your pubic bone. Breathing out to pause, breathe in to move. 3 more. Sliding those shoulders away from your ears. 2. And last one. Stay in your arched position, scoop your belly button up, and then we're very gently rocking the weight back towards your heels, keeping that arched position, and then coming back to the middle. Once more. Breathing out, scoop your tummy, pushing back, and then back to the middle. And then we're going to lift one foot, take the foot out to the side and look towards it. And then take it all the way over the other way and look towards it. Don't worry if you can't see it. So we're taking the foot, I'll show you from this angle. We're going to take the foot out, look towards it over your shoulder, and then take it all the way over and look towards it on the other side. 2 more on this leg, feeling that stretch through your side. And then rest that foot down, switch to the other foot. So looking out to the side to it and the other way. 3 more. And last one. And then we're going to come into our thread the needle. Now this is where a ball is optional. You could put it out to the side. You're going to breathe in, reach one arm up to the ceiling. Breathe out, thread that arm through, bend the other elbow and look through that little gap underneath your armpit. Palm is facing up on the hand on the floor and reach that arm away. If you want to add to the stretch, put the back of your hand down into the ball and press down, and that will give you more rotation and pressure down through your shoulder. If it doesn't feel nice, get rid of the ball and you can just do it on the floor. And then switching. So breathing in to reach up. Breathe out, threading through, bend the other elbow as much as you can. Use the ball if you've got one and you want to. Stick your bottom up in the air, try and get your ear to the floor. Deep breaths. 1 more on each side. So breathing in to reach up. Breathe out, threading through. Try and reach those fingertips a little bit further away along the floor into the ball. And last one, breathing in, reach up and breathe out. And then back to the middle, come back to your 4-point kneeling, tuck your toes under, lift your knees and push yourself back into your up stretch, bending one knee, straightening the other, padding through the feet. Try and push the heels down to the floor. Don't worry if you're not touching the mat or the floor. We're just trying to push those heels down, feel that stretch down the back of your leg, and drop your head through your arms, your tailbone's reaching up towards the ceiling. Deep breaths, relax your jaw and your tongue, and then push both heels down together. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Your weight should be to the heels of your hands. You should be able to lift your fingertips and the heels of your feet. Breathing into it. And then rest one knee down and the other. We're going to come down onto our front now. Okay, so I want you to keep your head on your hands. You can either interlace your fingers or put one hand on top of the other. Legs are just a little bit apart. Put your head down, and then on your front, always think about slightly tucking your tailbone towards your feet, and then pushing into your pubic bone, gently drawing your belly button up towards your spine. We're lifting our legs, so we can either lift single legs, so you're lifting and lengthening. Imagine I'm holding your ankles, reach the legs as long as you can. So ideally the whole front of your thigh is clearing the floor. Breathing out to lengthen, breathe in to come back down. If that feels okay, you want to take it up a level, you're lifting one leg and the other, and then they both come down to the mat as one. Try and switch, starting with a different leg the next time. And again, if that feels okay, you want to go further than that, you could lift both legs as one. So we're lifting both legs, resting down. Squeeze your bum, draw your belly button up towards your spine. Resting down. On top of that, if it's comfortable, you could lift your head and hands. Okay, so either single leg lifts or both legs together. And we're holding ourselves up there maybe for 3 or 4, and then rest down, catch your breath, and then come back up again. So we're breathing out as we lift off. Take the breaths when you're up there. It's not easy breathing when you're on your front. Draw that belly button up towards your spine, tuck that tailbone. We're doing 3 more. So either alternate legs or both legs together. Looking straight down, we're not looking ahead, we're keeping our neck nice and long. And last one. And resting down. Hands nice and wide on either side of your mat or out from your shoulders. Lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. We're taking a breath in. As you breathe out, drop your elbows down. Push into your hands, draw your belly button up. And we're coming up into our extension. So when we come up, just give your head a nod. Make sure we're not hunched up here with our shoulders. Get those shoulders away from your ears. Push down through your pubic bone. Squeeze your bum. Deep breath in at the top and breathe out. Soften. Coming back down, keeping that belly button drawing up the whole time. So breathe in and breathe out. Drop those elbows. When we're up here, we can stay in this position, or if you want to get some rotation, you're going to take one shoulder forwards, bend the elbow, turn to look over the other shoulder, and switch. So bend one elbow, look over the other shoulder, and back to the centre, and then coming back down. Keep that tummy switched on the whole time. Elbows end up pointing up to the ceiling. 2 more. Breathe out to push up, squeeze your bum. Turning if you want to, or just stay up there. Shoulders away from your ears. Looking straight ahead, and then keep that tummy switched on till you get back down to the mat. Last one. Make that space between your shoulders and ears. And then curling back down. And then come and sit back towards your heels. Have your knees nice and wide, feet together, and then you could reach your arms out in front. If that's comfortable, drop your head through your arms, or maybe put your hands underneath your forehead if that feels nicer. And then just sway your bottom from side to side. Deep breaths. Try and melt the front of your ribs down into the floor. Relaxing your tongue and jaw. Make your bottom really heavy. And then take the arms as far over to the right as you can. Make your left bottom cheek heavy down towards your heel. And then take your right hand and put it down by your right foot. Make your left side as long as you can. So reach that arm away. Deep breaths. And then take the arms as far over to the left as you can. Make your right side heavy and take your left hand down to your left foot. Again, deep breaths. Reach those right fingertips as far away as you can. And then we're going to come up onto all fours again. So we're going to do our Superman now. I want you to have your wrists underneath your shoulders. We're going to reach one leg long, opposite arm goes out in front. So we're staying looking straight down. We're holding it for a breath in and out. And then we're breathing in to come back. So as we alternate side to side, try not to let yourself tilt onto the opposite hip. You want to keep that lower back as flat as possible. Imagine you've got a tray with a drink on it. You're trying not to drop it and spill it. So we're looking straight down, you're switching your tummy on, draw your belly button up, and we're not overarching, so we're not lifting the leg high, we're thinking about length. Toes point down, you could relax the toes, but keeping that bottom as stable as possible, so we're not tilting from side to side. If you feel like you can't do it without tipping onto one hip, have your knees a little bit wider to start with. Breathing out to lengthen, nice long neck, breathe in to come back. Last two. And last one. And then from here, I want you to come onto your side. Your legs are out to the side. And then we're coming down onto the forearm. The elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Slightly tuck your shoulder under and reach your arm up and over. Nice long neck. You could look down towards that elbow or stay looking ahead. Breathing into it. And then thread that arm through, palm facing up. Reach it away. And then coming back up, we'll switch to the other side. You see we're doing lots of rotation in our spines today. Coming down onto that forearm, tuck that shoulder slightly under so we're not collapsed into it. Lift that side up away from the mat, reach your top arm long, and then look down if you want or stay looking straight ahead. Deep breaths. And then thread that arm through, palm facing up, look in the same direction. Deep breaths. And then coming back up, and you're all done. Well done.